Right here is not bad, right?
Yeah, how do people just poop right there?
It's on you, Felicia.
So basically, I'm still homeless. A couple months ago, I had a spot to stay, but they kicked me out. I was staying with a friend, but he got back with his fiance, and that was kind of like uncomfortable, I guess, for the whole situation. So, which I understand. But I am back on the street, and it's more of a struggle. It's getting harder. I know I keep saying I want to stop and everything else. Just found out my mother died. Yeah, not too long ago. Me and my husband, we struggle here and there.
How did y'all meet? Anybody want to talk about the first time y'all met?
Which one? Do you want to, Walt?
No.
We met at a collegial diner. He was a dishwasher, I was a waitress.
Oh, you used to wash dishes? Hey, I'm a dishwasher too. I've been there. I know what it's like. Fridays. I was a line cook myself 7 years. So y'all met, y'all met at a diner.
Yeah.
And what was it about him that caught your eyes?
The little swag, I don't know, the way he slid his feet, he used to drag his feet, the way his hat was, the side. He has a little thuggish kind of way to him.
All right. And it was on after that. Who made the first move? You or him?
Me.
Oh, you stepped up?
Yeah. I tried to invite him to a party, and I think I put my number in his pocket. Was it that? Yeah.
Okay.
And then he lost it, and then after that, I don't know.
No, that chick stole it.
He was seeing some girl, and she stole it out of his pocket, and then I guess after that, I don't know how. Was it Facebook? I think Facebook. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it about this beautiful lady that made you,
She ignored me.
What you mean she ignored
I
you?
didn't ignore you.
She ignored me, and she was a bitch.
Ooh, shots fired.
No.
Yeah, she
don't
was.
Say that mean stuff.
But she was faking it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was acting stuck up.
Oh yeah, she didn't want to make herself look that easy. She was keeping something reserved, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But then again, he was seeing everybody else at the diner, so.
Ooh, you was a player, bro.
Yeah.
You was on your Playboy time. How many? So, all right. So fast forward, y'all got together. How long have y'all been together now?
12 years.
Amazing.
We're actually married, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing also too, right? And how many children do y'all have together?
Together? Together, 1. Altogether, 4.
Okay. All right. So now let's do individual. Felicia, a lot of people are tuning in. They may not know your story. So give us a little summary on what led you down this road, Felicia.
Basically, I worked at the diner. I think it was like 26. I started using pills. A girl offered me a pill at the diner. And I guess because of the doubles, I was tired and it gave me energy. And then I got hooked on from that. Then it went, from Percocets to, went up from the 15s, whatever, the 30, blah, blah, blah. And then I got hooked on dope. I actually went to my mother's, and she was a dope addict, and she kept putting it in our face, and my husband and I, and finally one day I got tired of being sick because I was on Suboxone for a little bit, and I just ended up doing it.
And how did yours start individual? When y'all met, were you doing it or not? When y'all met at the diner? Tell us your story, Walt, how you guys started. Please.
I don't know, I started smoking weed with my cousins when I was like 10, 12. And then, yeah.
Wasn't there any guidance in your household? Because doing drugs at that age, that was like really young. How you?
Well, my mom, my stepdad, there was in their house, but when I went to my dad's, I did whatever I wanted. I remember that he used to work nights and he didn't have anybody to babysit me. So when I was like 8, I used to be home all night alone. And I would just, me and my cousins would just run wild, pretty much. And then, I don't know, just slowly got worse. I think the first time I did pills, I was 14. And then, I think drinking took me the longest to start. I don't think I started drinking until I was like 15.
What made you get him want to drink? Was it peer pressure?
I think I was on juvenile probation, so I couldn't really do worse drugs. Like alcohol gets out of your system quick, so I would just get drunk. But that didn't really work either, because they used to come out on the weekends and give me drug tests in the morning, and I took a couple of them still drunk, and I failed a couple of those drug tests. So, I mean, it didn't really work anyway. And then, but I mean, I was doing hard drugs young. Like I was smoking wet in 9th grade, like going to school high. Yeah, I remember I failed a drug test for PCP in high school and got locked up for it. So,
Did you graduate high school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Luckily.
Gotcha.
I mean, I kind of just got passed through. Like my teacher was the, I got tons of gray hairs. My teacher was the,
you ain't the only one. We did. Talk, brother.
My teacher was the football coach, and he just kind of gave me great passing grades so I would graduate.
All right, so let's fast forward. We're currently out here in Kensington. How did both of you end up together in Kensington? How that happened?
Our car broke. Our car. I got in a car accident.
In Kensington?
Yeah, she crashed my Tahoe.
In Kensington? Damn.
Yep.
Well, why? How you end up crashing them? Were you under the influence or?
I actually wasn't. I was actually rushing to, because I couldn't find this one street, Hope and Howard, or I think it is, or I don't remember, Howard and Gurney, and I got so tired. It was literally around the corner, and I guess I'm not good at driving anyway, period, but those little streets, I went too fast, and you're not supposed to go fast in those little streets, and I ended up crashing into 2 cars.
So when the crash happened, what was next? What happened?
Cops came, got a few tickets, got a warning, basically, and that's pretty much, and got scolded by a lot of the neighbors.
So now when that happened, how did y'all end up being stranded in Kensington?
Well, they towed the car, but pretty much we just ended up staying down here because we were coming up here.
So yeah, just thought.
Yeah.
Well, we got my landlord.
Oh, that's right.
When the eviction ban got lifted, he filed for the eviction like that day. Like the same day the ban lifted, he filed. I think we were only a month behind at the time. Because I had like a dental abscess. I missed time from work.
Well, were your kids with you during that time?
No. No.
Where were your kids at?
With
family?
Yeah.
All right, I hear you. Some things are difficult to talk about, so we're going to over skip it, right?
Yeah.
Bring up uncomfortable feelings. All right, so now you're out here in Kensington. Both of y'all together. What is it like being a couple in Kensington? The good and the bad?
More bad.
The bad. It's hard.
It's bad.
Hey, listen, you're not the only one. There's so many couples who are going through the same thing. My homegirl, her boyfriend just got locked up recently. Kevin, you know Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin and Caroline?
He's going upstate.
Oh no.
Kevin and Caroline,
He's
my
going
friends.
he's going upstate.
Oh my goodness.
I just came from talking to her, and she's thinking about going away because she don't want him to come home and come get her and get stuck.
That should give her the chance, yeah. I mean, that's all that
So yeah, it's a lot of couples out here, and somebody say it's only 2 couple shelters in Philly, only 2 couple shelters.
Right.
So yeah, all right, so now let's go into the question that I asked y'all, right? As a couple being out here, and y'all say it's bad, what makes it bad?
Everything.
Like what?
The drugs?
Well, I mean, just being able to afford everything, just the stress of it all, and then the people make it stressful, and then
for some reason people linger to us. So it's like
that is y'all friendly.
We are, and well, he's not. I am. Actually, yeah, no,
it's cool.
He's very caring too. We don't mind giving, and you know, all that. So I think that's a lot of it too. Like if somebody asks for something and we have it, or you know, sometimes if we don't have it or we have a little, we'll give it to them because we know how it feels. But
how do both of y'all survive out here as far as making money? And you know we're not here to judge you.
No.
We know the girls do dates, which is dangerous.
I don't do that anymore. I stopped that. I don't do it anymore at all. I actually try to pump gas and still, you know, ask for money, and it's disgusting, but
hey, at least
it's embarrassing. I really can't stand it, but I don't know other way. I don't boost. I don't know what else to.
How you make money, brother? I saw you panhandling the last time. Is that one of your hustles?
Yeah, usually I'll do that like nighttime, like a lot of nights. I'll do that. Plus Ross is right there, and I boost from Ross, so sitting there I can watch the parking lot. Yeah, I whatever I can, pretty much.
Yeah. When you're out there panhandling, what has been like the worst thing that someone has given you?
Pennies.
Pennies?
I think that's an insult. I don't know.
Pennies, right? Like wow.
I mean, it's not, but I think it's just like joking, being that like.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but.
Hey, I'm with you. Pennies, like bro.
All right.
I mean.
Oh, somebody gave me a receipt.
A receipt?
Yeah.
A receipt.
A receipt from Sunoco. Hey, just being that.
That's a bag.
Because they were disgusted, I guess, basically.
I mean, I'll take pennies, but I mean, the worst thing isn't what they give me. It's
what they say to you.
Yeah, or how they act.
Yeah, or when they don't say anything, but you can tell like they're talking shit amongst themselves, or they just act stuck up, like they ain't got time for you, or like that's probably what I hate most about being down here, is when you get like ignored, like you don't exist. Yeah, like it's like taking your humanity away. Like I don't care, tell me to fuck off, but don't like ignore me like I'm not there. You know, that's worse. It's like I'm a ghost.
Right. Absolutely right, Walt. So now you both are out here. You go live with family. What's up with the family?
Yeah.
Why they not messing with y'all?
We don't really. He has. I don't really.
When I had open heart surgery, my mom and brother came to the hospital and told me when I left the hospital, if I came back here, to leave them out of it, because they couldn't do it no more. I mean, my mom's been dealing with probation and me being an addict since I was so young. I can't blame her, and I guess she has our daughter we have together, and she don't want, she doesn't want me calling the house or say I was talking to her again, showing up, and then my daughter sees me and I'm in and out of my daughter's life like that. Like, I mean, she's kind of right. I guess if I'm not going to be in her life, it's better to just not be in her life until I'm back in her life for good. Because, I mean, coming back and then disappearing, that's going to fuck her up even worse.
The last time I ran into you, Walt, on Aramingo, and you say you do want to get yourself together, get right. But your missus is out here. You don't want to leave because your missus is out here. But you also have your kids too. So that's why I said, if Felicia is not ready to get clean, why don't you go get yourself right? And maybe that might encourage Felicia to go behind you. Because you say you don't want to do that because you worry about her. But what about the kids? Well, what about your kids? If she's not ready, why don't you go?
That's technically one of the reasons. I mean, if I went and got clean and she stayed down here, I mean, technically the condition she's in, she's got 1 foot in the grave already.
What do you mean when you say that? So
you're supposed to have 12 pints of blood in your body. Ask her how many she has.
Felicia, are you having any medical issues? Remember we just had to help you, love. Never to judge you.
How many pints of blood do you have in your body?
2.
2? When you went to the hospital, what did the doctors tell you so that way we can help you?
Basically, I should be
They never heard anything like it. They never
seen
seen
it. They don't know how I'm still alive. But I got a blood transfusion, so...
Okay, they gave you 2 pints of blood, so you had 4 when you left. You probably lost them 2 already, so...
All right, Mr.
All right,
I
so
can't
we're
prove.
not,
We're not fighting.
Let's be cool, brother, all right?
I'm just saying.
It's all right.
I know, but this is a sensitive topic, brother. We got to approach it with we got to be gentle. I know how
This
you
is
are, brother. I respect
Pegging
you.
out Bundy.
All right, so Felicia, you know we worry about you, love. Walt is worried about you. He's a caring man, and I'm a man too. I know what he's going through, and I feel for both of y'all. So in the blood situation, the doctors can't do, so the transfusion, is that the only thing they can do to help you, give you more blood?
Basically, they said probably something's leaking inside.
They can't find out what the hell is leaking?
No, I already had. I was there for 3 days.
She signs herself out.
I was there for 3 days, though. I mean, come on.
All right, you did great.
Back up,
Felicia.
bro.
Felicia, listen, you're doing great. I was in the hospital recently, and I know how you are treated by some nurses and doctors. They treat you like you're just a bag.
Absolutely.
And you're not a human being. I've been there. So do you feel like you was treated with dignity and respect at the hospital?
No.
Tell us what hospital it was and how they treated
Frankfurt. Was it Frankfurt?
Frankfurt Jefferson.
It's just they ignored me a lot, and basically, like, they knew that I am a dope addict, so basically I wasn't kept, you know, comfortable.
They are bad with that.
They are really bad with that.
So
really.
many people in AMA, and they wonder why people leave.
And poking you 1,000 times. They like to do
they
that.
poke
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting dilated. I was like almost freaking every minute I was getting dilated, getting shot up, drawing blood.
Right.
Right? She knows, man.
Yeah.
But why couldn't they draw blood from you?
Well, obviously they know. Everybody knows that. But I'm saying, still, they could have used ultrasound right away. They knew that I, you know.
Well, Felicia,
they can't find veins because you don't have blood.
Stop.
Just saying.
I have blood. I'd be dead if I didn't have blood.
So now, what I was about to say, damn, I forgot. So your friends and family who are concerned about you, what message would you like to send to them?
I'm almost there. I'm getting there. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I know I'm a piece of shit.
You're not a piece of shit.
I know. I feel that way. Well, I'm saying I feel that way. But it's just, it's not easy, and I should push harder. And like I said, I'm almost there. I'm getting there. I'm either going to detox, go to rehab. I'm not sure yet, but.
Can you imagine your life without drugs, how your life would be? Just tell me how your life would be without drugs. Can you
have money.
That picture with me?
I could have money, yeah, and I just miss my kids.
What do you miss most about being a mom?
Just playing and, you know, laughing, cuddling, especially with my daughter, Isabella, because she was a cuddler. The boys aren't. I don't know. Just being a family, pretty much.
What do you miss most about being a dad?
Everything.
I'm sure you were a great dad.
Boys are boys. I mean, you can do boy shit with boys. Girls are...
Daddy's girl. We know that.
Yeah, they were, but they're harder.
For us,
no,
right?
the boys are harder.
Boys are harder.
Boys are easy.
Girls are easy.
Yeah.
Boys are easy. Girls
is harder.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Felicia said boys is harder. What is it about boys that are harder?
Because they act like girls sometimes.
Oh, yeah, we gotta be careful with
Well,
that.
then that should make it easy for you.
Nah.
All right, so we're about to wrap things up, y'all. So now, what was y'all heading to today before I ran into y'all? What was
What
y'all?
were we
'Cause I saw
gonna
y'all
do?
pushing a cart.
We're gonna get a cheesesteak, I think.
No, we already did that. We were heading to get drugs.
Okay,
What?
yeah, that's real.
I
That's
didn't- you
honest.
didn't need to
Hey,
say all
listen,
that.
we know the struggle, and we don't
Jesus
judge
Christ,
you.
I know.
That's why we're down here.
Right. We respect him
Yes.
for being real. You know, it is what it is. So, okay, y'all was heading off to do that. So now, what do y'all think about what's going on at K&A with this whole encampment? They pushing
Bullshit.
Tell us about it. What's your take on that, Walt, about the cleanup and what do you think?
It would take way too long.
You think this problem going to go away with that being done?
It's bullshit. They did it all. Everything they're doing is wrong.
What do you suggest?
It's all wrong. I mean, if I had as much time as the mayor does, I guarantee I could have came up with like better ideas to solve that problem. I mean, shit.
We're looking for solutions.
I mean, they say they're giving away housing and all this, but the place that deals with housing, the OH whatever, they've been overspending for years. They're broke. They've been pushing contracts to the next, to the next time they get money or whatever, because they're so broke. They're just overspending everything. So how are you going to house all these people? I mean, really, they have them people in the vest that you can check in with, but most of us don't have phones or anything like that. Like all our stuff gets stolen. So when they get the housing or find a shelter and they're supposed to call you when you got a bed available, how you gonna get a hold of me? You can't. And really, if you lock all these people up, what are you gonna do with all these people? Your jails are already overcrowded. They're understaffed. Like 12 people died last year in Philly jail. 6 escaped. What are you gonna do with all these people you want to lock up? Where are you sending them? And then you're saying you're gonna make them choose between rehab and jail. Okay, all the drug dealers are just gonna choose rehab because you're not gonna be able to court order them all to rehab. So they're not there by court. So as soon as they get to a rehab, they're just gonna leave on their own. It's not a violation. They're not going to be court ordered. You don't have enough room for all that. You should have had everybody signing up with them people in the vest for housing, and then when you wanted to do your little shit down here you're doing, when you went to lock them up, especially the homeless people, you could have came out and said, well, you signed up for housing this long ago. We have housing available for you, and then make them do a program to get their housing. I mean, there's so many different fucking ways you can do it. It's
pushing people.
Listen, when I was in high school, Somerset was the way K&A was. You could not come to K&A and have a needle in your hand or a crack pipe in your hand. If you did, you were going straight to jail. You only came to K&A to go to Kim's and Sneaker Villa. Somerset was like this, and this is more like extreme than what they did at Somerset. Like at Somerset back then, they just had like all these cops at the L station, and when you got off the L, walked and copped and came back, they would see you getting back on the L within 5 minutes and ask to see your ID. And most of the time, you were from your ID said you were from the county. And then they'd search you. But I mean, then everybody lived on the tracks, and they evicted everybody off the tracks. But they didn't realize how many people lived down there. And that's when they all came down here. So what do you think's gonna happen? You're gonna do this and push them all out. Everybody's either gonna move down to Tioga or go back down to Somerset.
And that's what the neighbors are complaining, saying people are now going on their property and posting on their property.
And they tried to open all these safe injection sites, but all the different, you know, little districts denied it because I'm pretty sure it's because the citizens didn't understand what it was, and they just thought all these addicts were going to come to this building, shoot up, and then walk out, and they were going to do what they do down here in their neighborhoods. That's why they didn't want it. But like, if that's the case and all the different districts denied the thing, you didn't inform them correctly. Because in every other major city, it's proven to work. Shut up.
We're about to wrap things up.
Jesus.
It's all right.
I told you didn't have enough time.
We're about to be done.
We have time,
right?
but...
Yeah, we about to wrap things up. Well, you made a lot of good points, and he's absolutely right.
Shit pisses
what
me
they
off.
did to those people, they did it completely wrong. So now,
It's backward.
what's your living status right now, fam?
Cement.
Damn.
Basically.
So anywhere y'all can find shelter, y'all will find shelter there?
I signed up for a shelter once and went, and I left because it was like getting intaked for prison before I even went to the shelter, and I didn't like it at all.
And shelters is not a place that you want to be, especially these shelters out here. They don't make it a place that you want to be.
Right.
Make it a place that you just want to spaz out.
Right.
Or just, you know what I mean, roll out.
And the girls
So fam, now, 3 more questions and some wrap. What help do y'all need from society?
more clothing, more. I think I said this before. Instead of just the weekends, weekdays, if they can help out with more like food.
They do, but you're not down
they
K&A.
don't. If they can help out with food and stuff, they do not. Thank you very much. No,
If
they
you go
don't.
down K&A, they do.
No, they don't. Well,
you just
they
don't
have
catch
the churches, excuse
They
me.
do
but,
it quick. That's why.
Okay.
They need to
They
do it
have
longer.
the churches, but they don't have any drive-arounds. But I don't know.
So you are thinking about going away soon, right, Felicia?
I am.
Yeah, love, because so
I'm not
many people are
doing the
dying,
summertime.
Right. It's going to be worse in the summer, you know that. So at least when you go, walk and go to, and y'all definitely know.
And I appreciate y'all. I am definitely gonna try. Hopefully I can get back to you guys and let you know in probably a couple months, a month or two. I'm glad I ran into Malcolm, and God bless everybody, and please keep me in your prayers.
Amen to that.
Thank you.
What would you like to say to everybody who's rooting for you too, for you to get up out this nightmare?
I mean, I'll get there eventually, but I mean, I'd rather them just know that, like, if they run into people like us that are struggling, like, if you don't want to give somebody money because you don't want them getting high with your money, or you're scared something bad will happen to them, just, I mean, at least have patience, compassion, and understanding for them people, because it's not always their choice. They're kind of just stuck in it.
Amen.
Disease, yeah.
They don't always want to be there.
Nobody want to be in this life, brother.
And every single one of us out here. So if you don't want to give money, food is always accepted.
Yeah, we don't spend all our money on drugs. We do absolutely.
Oh, I buy a $4 cheesesteak like 3 times a day now.
Yeah.
And that's why
That shit's killing me.
I said,
Iced teas, slushies.
but if you give somebody money, you give with your heart.
Yeah.
Whatever they do with it, that's not on you.
Yeah.
And that's what society feel.